Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to WoW Live. This is a new series I'm going to be doing. It's going to be focusing on something a little bit different. It is going to be a guide, and it is going to be kind of Let's Play-like, but that's fine. We're going to be focusing on a boosted 90, and I do have a boosted 90 guide. You can find that in the link in the description. And it does do pretty well, that guide, in explaining the kind of things you can do. But that being said, I have never actually had a boosted level 90. And I would like to go through the process of playing a class that I'm not familiar with, and a role that I'm not particularly familiar with, and just starting completely from scratch. I'm not going to edit anything out. It might be a bit boring here and there, but it's going to show the whole process. This is going to be split up into a series of videos, so it should hopefully be fairly entertaining. I'll try and talk as much as I can about the processes I'm going to go through. But essentially, this is going to serve as a guide to how to start with a boosted level 90, from the very second you hit boost, all the way up to getting into LFRs and raiding and stuff. So that's what this is going to be about. I am using a different computer at the moment. The computer problems are still a little bit unsolved, unfortunately. The power supply thing didn't work, so that sucks. But we just got to keep going, got to push through it. So we are going to do a boosted 90 today, and I realise I can do that without any add-ons, which is quite nice. So, behold our boosted character. This is Zentalki. He is a level 76 druid, originally a healer. I was leveling him up through dungeons with a friend of mine. Good fun, was very enjoyable, and as you see, I did it without heirlooms because I like leveling without heirlooms. I'm not a big fan of heirlooms. Anyway, although this may be an heirloom, I'm not sure. Anyways, yeah, he's level 76. He's a leather worker and a skinner, and he's resto. But I have respect him, I believe. I'm just going to pop onto him quickly. I believe he's in Moonglade, and I was reading the level 90 guide, and apparently you are given a set of gear depending on your class. And hello, Evan, trying to be helpful. Wants to be a star. Anyway, so I'm just going to quickly talk to the druid trainer. And we are... Actually, I don't need to do that because I have reset my class specialization. I have these both available here. So we are going to start with Guardian. That is what our primary spec will be. And then our secondary, as I activate it, will be Feral for the damage. So we're going to be melee. Just as a note, this is not what the UI is going to look like for the entire thing, and there is no way in hell I'm going to be clicking anything. We'll get that all sorted once we hit the boost button and get going. So, let us quickly head back here. I believe this is an inn. It is. Okay, so we're going to quickly camp. And then we're going to do it. Here we go. We're going to hit the level 90 boost button. Okay, so let's have a look. Choose a character on the right, or new character. Alright, so there it is. Oh, I see. So we choose our specialization here. Okay. So leatherworking, skinning, first aid, they're all going to be boosted. We're going to be Guardian. Next. Well, there we go. There it is. Level 76 Druid. There's our professions. There's our spec. Here we go. Ding! The almightiest of almighty dings. And now we look pretty awesome. And I'm pretty sure it just dumps us either in the Time Missile or in the Veil of Eternal Blossoms. So let's see what we get. Alright, here we are. And I earned an achievement for it. Huzzah! Okay, so we've got a whole bunch of stuff. First of all, I believe the first thing we're going to need to do is have a look at this quest. This will take us to the Time Missile. So we'll leave that there. And we are going to now sort out the UI first of all. So I'm going to be starting without any add-ons, none at all. That's just how we're going to do it. So we're going to do all of this, and we're going to clear our action bar. I think that's what we're going to start with doing. This may not be a particularly interesting first video, but learning about the UI is important. As I just have to look over my microphone here to see the bottom, but that's okay. We're just going to get rid of all of this. There needs to be like some button like Control Shift F4 Delete or something that just wipes your bar. Okay, so let's have a look at the specialization. So we are Guardian. Here are our talents, and here are our glyphs. We don't actually have any glyphs at the moment, but that's fine. So we'll start with our talents, I believe. So I haven't looked up any guides or anything. I'm just going to be doing this completely by ear, basically. I'm just going to think which one is best for being a tank, and then I'm going to go with it. So we'll start with the first one. Now I haven't really leveled a druid before, especially in Mr. Pandaria, so this is all new to me. So I'm trying to be as realistic as I can be in terms of, you know, not knowing what to expect. So here we go. So movement speed by 15%, a teleport, or a shapeshift ability. Charge an enemy, immobilizing them for 4 seconds. That does sound helpful. This might also be helpful. I think we'll go with the one that doesn't need a button press for now. That would probably be the most helpful. Every 5 seconds heals you for 5% of your maximum health. If you're full, will heal someone else. Instantly heals the druid for 30%. That's pretty helpful. Projects a friendly target, causing damage to heal them. I'm not sure about that. Either renewal or your serious gift. Again, your serious gift doesn't require a button press, so we'll go with that for now. When we get into raiding, we may not do that. Improved version of Fairy Fire that also reduces the target's movement speed. Might not be that helpful. Roots the target in place and spreads. Summons a violent typhoon that strikes targets in front of the caster, with knocking them back. Excuse me. Okay. So we have the typhoon. We have a knockback, we have a mass root, and we have a slow. Honestly, the slow sounds like the best thing here. I mean, it's, again, not a button we need to press. And, I mean, an AoE root doesn't sound that helpful. Unless I'm kiting, and there's no one in melee range, because if a target is rooted, then it will attack whatever's nearby. We'll then go, okay, we've got Typhoon here. Summon a Violent Typhoon. It's a knockback. Not incredibly helpful, maybe if I'm trying to kite things, but I can't imagine I'm going to be doing too much of that. Well, at least at first, so we'll go with Fairy Swarm. Listener's Blessing grants a benefit which varies based by your combat specialization. I see why they're going to be in Warlords of Draenor changing this kind of stuff, because this is a lot of text. Mangle now generates 30% more rage and deals more damage. Nice. Grants a superior shape-shifting form for 30 seconds. You may shapeshift in and out of this form. Improved bear form that reduces the cooldown on melee damage abilities and growl. Okay. Summons a Treant. Melee's for 9 physical damage, and we'll use taunts. That doesn't sound that helpful. Soul of the Forest I think we'll go with for first. I see we're just going all the way down the left here. Maybe we'll change that. Okay, level 75. Invokes the Spirit of Elsewhere to roar, disorienting all enemies within 10 yards. Okay. A Vortex of Wind pulls people in and reduces movement speed. Or Mighty Bash, a 5-second stun. I like the sound of a 5-second stun. Might be useful for locking down, say, a spellcaster. Okay, level 90. Increases stamina, agility, and intellect by 6% at all times. When activated, increases all healing done and dramatically improves the druid's ability to perform rolls outside the normal spec for 45 seconds. While in cat form, agility, hit chance, and expertise. Mana cost of all healing spells reduced by 100%. Guardian druids may also use rejuvenation while shapeshifted. That's kind of cool. The Emerald Dream grants a benefit which varies by your combat specialization. Increases healing from healing touch by 20%, critical strike chance of mangle by 10%, and your mangle bear critical strikes have a 40% chance to make your next healing touch or rebirth instant, free, castable in all forms, and benefit from attack power instead of spell power. So this is a passive benefit. So it increases the healing, and increases the critical strike chance of my mangle, and when I crit I have a chance to make my heal or my battle res instant and free and castable while in bear form. Increases all damage and healing done by 12% for 30 seconds. While active, all single target healing spells also damage all nearby enemies, and all single target healing and damage spells also heal nearby friendly target. Alright, so that's kind of like Ancestral Guidance for the Shaman. I'm kind of looking at Dreamer's Cenarius here. Nice passive ability. Heart of the Wild sounds nice, but I imagine I won't get too much use out of that for now. So, there we go, Dreamer's Cenarius. And there are our talents. There we go. Okay. Right, if I just need to check this. Can I go into the Raid Finder? I can actually, you can go straight into the Raid Finder. You can go straight into the Last Stand of the Zandalari. I am, however, not going to do that, because that would be a terrible idea, because I would have no idea what I'm doing. So that's very important. Before we do anything else, though, I'm just going to set up my key bindings. Now, I have a generic set of key bindings that I use all the time. It goes like this. It goes Q, E, T, G, Shift Q, Shift E, Shift T, Shift G, Control E, Control Q, Control E, Control T, Control G, and we'll just save that quickly. Bottom right is Shift 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At the end here is Shift J and J for my mounts. Middle here is middle mouse, Shift middle mouse, and Control middle mouse. This one is not bound. And then on the right, I'm not really sure we need to do too much on the right. That should be enough for now. And it has saved the first bunch, hasn't it? Yeah, it has. Okay, good. So now we have our key bindings. This is just the key bindings that I use, of course, so it's not too much of a big deal. I might need to consider key binding my different forms. Of course, I have actually missed out some. So we'll put them in the bottom right here. Yep, F1, F2, F3, F4, and F5. Oh, I suppose we could go with a few more as well. I'm just trying to remember all of the different ones I use. So I also use shift modifiers here. So that should do for now. We'll add some more as we go along. So we'll start with bear form. We'll put that as F1. Nice good bear form. We are a green bear. Yeah. Oh my goodness. And we get a whole bunch of stuff. I'm just going to get rid of all this for now. Doop 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 doo. Because I need to know what these things actually do before I use any of them. Okay. So we'll start with bear form abilities. What have we got here? Bark skin. All damage reduced by 20%. Usable in all forms and all that. So that's a nice damage reduction. So we'll put that in control. Middle mouse. Bear hug. Melee attack that stuns the target for 3 seconds. And each 1 second deals 10% of the druid's health in damage. The druid is immobilized for 3 seconds. Using this ability activates bear form. Wow. That's quite the stun. Alright, where am I going to put this stun? I'm not going to put it there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I'm actually missing some of my key bindings there. That's a bit strange. I did not notice that. Well, kind of to be expected. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Doop, doop. There we go. I generally am not going to use anything past 6. Generally, I can't tend to hit them too easily. So, for the stun, we'll go with Shift F1, I think. That's what we'll do. Berserk causes your mangle ability to hit up to 3 targets and have no cooldown. Lasts 10 seconds. Right, nice cooldown. We'll put that... Where are we going to put this nice cooldown? We shall put that... It's a nice cooldown. It's probably going to be important. We'll put that on Shift Middle Mouse. So there we go. There is Shift Middle Mouse. Cat form, don't need that yet. Cyclone. Tosses the target into the air. It's a CC. And I believe if I just go and check on this training dummy here, that if I use this, it... Oh, I'm out of range. Yep, it pops me out of bear form. So, we will... What's my hex? My hex, I believe, is G. Or is it T? I always forget. I've been playing the class for so long that I forget what my own CC is. Although, really, this isn't too helpful of a CC. So, for now, we'll put it on Shift F3. I'll go back in bear form. Dash. This is cat form, so we don't need this. Enrage. Generates 20 rage and then an additional 10 rage over 5 seconds. 10 seconds. Quite helpful. We'll probably need that, so we'll put that as Shift F2. Alright, Entangling Roots. Right, this is my CC. I'll put this as G, so we can just quickly do that and then pop straight back into bear form. Okay, good. Fairy Swarm. Causes 3 applications of the weakened armor debuff and reduces the target's movement speed by 50%. Deals damage while in bear form. Occurs a 6-second cooldown while in bear form. Alright, so we'll put that as Q. So there's the Fairy Swarm. Holy hell, that was a big hit. Ferocious Bite, that's cat form. Frenzied Rejuvenation. Instantly converts up to 60 rage to up to 58,000 health. So another cooldown, we'll put that as Shift 3. That's where all our cooldowns are going, I've decided. Healing Touch. Heals a friendly target for 40,495. Well, it's a heal. And this is part of, I believe, Juma Cenarius. Yes, so when I use Mangle, I have a chance for this to be free. So I just accidentally cast it there. We'll put that as... And this doesn't need, it needs to be something that's not on the main action bar, because that will change. We'll put that as T. Hibernate. Pauses the target enemy to sleep for up to 40 seconds. And that will be Shift G. It's like our secondary CC. Hurricane. Not going to be using this. Okay, that was an alliance player. Okay, so Hurricane. There we go. That's just a good old thing that we probably won't be using at all. And it actually nearly ran us out of mana. So there we go. Innovate. Causes the target to regenerate mana equal to 50% of the caster's spirit every 1 second. Total mana gain will never be less than 8% of the caster's maximum mana. Alright, so not that helpful, but still useful, so we'll put that as Shift F4. Not too hard to hit. Lacerate. Lacerates the enemy target, dealing bleed damage and an additional damage stacks. Each time Lacerate hits, it has 25% to reset the cooldown on Mangle, so that's a spell we'll be using a lot, we'll put that as 2. Maim is cat form, nope. Mangle. Reduce the target's movement speed. Generate rage. That'll be number 1. Mark of the Wild. Just the buff. Everyone knows Mark of the Wild. We'll use that. Put that there. Maul. Maul the target for 110 weapon damage. Reduces target's movement speed. Lots of reducing movement speed. Deals an additional 20% damage against bleeding targets. Use when you have more rage than you can spend. We'll use that as 4. Might of Ursok. Increases current and maximum health by 30%. Activates bear form. Alright, another cooldown. Shift F. Shift 4. Mighty Bash. Invokes the spirits of Ursok to stun the target. We'll put that as 6. Even though it's usable in all forms, we'll use it as 6. Moonfire. Not really going to be that helpful. We'll put that as Shift F1, I think. Because it could be useful if we just need to like do a little bit of instant damage. That was our trinket proccing there. Nature's Grasp. While active, any time an enemy strikes a caster, they will be afflicted by entangling roots. 1 charge. We'll put that as Shift F5, I believe. Actually, no, we'll put it as Control G in the whole theme of G, Shift G, Control G as the old whatever you call it, CC. Okay. Pounce, cat form, no. Prowl, cat form, no. Rake, cat form. Ravage, cat form. Rebirth. All right, this one is important. This is one of the staples of the druid. If a druid does not use this, then they really need to. It's brilliant. Shift F2, that one will be. Important, so we need to not accidentally hit it. Rejuvenation, another spell that we can use in bear form, I believe. Can I use that? No. No, that's Heart of the Wild that I can use bear form. Yes. Okay, so not that helpful. We'll put that as Shift F5. Just boop. Boop. Okay, remove corruption. Remove all curse and poison effects. We'll put this... I'm trying to remember what that was. I believe it was Control Q. There's on my shaman. Alright, so there it is. Revive is just an out of combat res. We can click on that. Rip. Not important. Savage Defense. Increases chance to draws by 45% for 6 seconds. Maximum 3 charges, 9-second recharge. Oh, okay. This looks pretty important. We'll put that as 5. We'll probably be using that one quite a lot. I'm just gonna... There we go. Okay. Skull Bash. Charge and interrupt. Spellcast. Prevent any spell in that skill from being cast for 4 seconds. Increases the mana cost of the victim's spells by 25%. Alright, that's more PvP, but useful. Might be good for a charge. I'll use that as E, I believe. We may change some of these around as we go along. Soothes the target, dispelling all enrage effects. I'm not really going to use this, so I'll put that as a click thing. It's probably going to be something I'll have to click on anyway, so I'm not too worried. Druid Roars, increasing the movement speed of all friendly players within 10 yards by 60% and removing all roots and snares. What shall we do this as? We'll do this as Shift Q. So there we go. There is our movement speed. Survival Instincts. Reduces all damage taken by 50% for 12 seconds. Shift F5. Good old nice row of cooldowns there. If we panic, we can just go, ah! There we go. Just activate everything. Okay, Swift Flight Form. We'll put that as Shift J because that is just how I do things. I am a fancy red bat. I'm no longer a fancy red bat. Okay. What else we got? We've done Skull Bash, Stampeding Roar, okay. Swipe. Swipe nearby enemies, inflicting damage. Deals increased damage against bleeding targets. 3-second cooldown. Alright, this looks like it'll be pretty important for AoE tanking, so we will put this... Where shall we put this? Can't really put this on 7, it's a bit too far out for me to get through effectively, so we'll put it on 6, and we will move Bash to... Where shall we move it to? This is the question. We shall place it as Shift T, I believe. So there we go, that's where we'll put that. Symbiosis. That's something I will... Although, that may be something I need to actually keybind. Alright, well, we'll replace Innovate with it and put Innovate there. So that's now Shift F4. Does this have to be in a party? Ooh, whoops. Alright, it does have to be in a party. Okay. Okay. Teleport Moonglade. Just put that on the bar. Thrash. Strikes all enemies within 8 yards, dealing bleed damage and an additional bunch of damage over 16 seconds, also causing weakened blows. Each time Thrash hit, it has a 25% chance to reset the cooldown on Mangle. Okay, so another important ability. Where am I going to put all these abilities? I think we'll put this on 5. Since Savage Defense is a cooldown, we'll want to... probably put it there. Bear Hug is a CC, so I really wouldn't worry too much about it. So we'll put... yeah, Control T actually. That's a nice thing, because that kind of goes in with the Mighty Bash. So we'll put that there. Track Humanoids, Cat Form, Tranquility. We'll put that there. Not too important. Travel Form, we'll put that as... F4. Wrath. I'm barely ever going to use Wrath, so I'll put that there. And then there we go. Okay, so we've now set up... I feel like I've missed something. I've missed something. I know I have, because I know I have Growl. I know of that. There we go. There we go. I was going to put that on the 3. I was saving that. So I'm just going to quickly go over everything, make sure I haven't missed anything. Aquatic Form, we'll put that as F5. Cat Form will be F2. Enrage, we have that. Ferocious Bite, Frenzied Rejuvenation, Growl, Healing Touch, Hibernate is Shift G. Hurricane, Innovate, Lacerate, Maim, Mangle, Mark of the Wild, Maul, Might of Ursoc, Mighty Bash, Moonfire, Nature's Grasp, Pounce, Rake, Ravage. Alright, that's all set up. Okay, so let's imagine that this level 90 training dummy here, which is getting pummeled by this Warlock, is a boss. So we would start, I imagine, by Fairy Fire, and then probably charge. We'll start with the Mangle, hit Lacerate. Want to use Lacerate on cooldown, probably. So this is kind of just single target. So every time, my Maul seems to be proccing something. So I'm going to have to figure that out. I'm not entirely sure if I should be using Thrash in my single target rotation. Alright, so what's this? Your next Maul causes the victim's next auto attack to deal less damage. Really? Very nice, okay. So we're just going through that. Next Mangle is free. So Mangle is critting a lot. So there we go. This is kind of the single target rotation we're doing here. Combine it with a bit of Fairy Fire, although I imagine that would be more useful for picking up enemies at ranged. If they start casting a spell, interrupt them. Rawr, bear hug. So there we go. So that makes quite a lot of sense to me. I'm doing alright. And there's the healing touch that I can use on myself. I'm just going to set floating combat text to pop up there. Yeah, okay. So this should show. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we've dealt with the bear form. We'll now put that there. And we'll deal with our other forms now in terms of the stuff and things that revolves around spells. So we'll put Hurricane, apparently. Hurricane, Moonfire, Rejuvenation. Okay. What else have we got? Tranquility, Wrath. I believe that's it. I may be missing something that I haven't got. I suppose we can put Soothe on there as well. Can I use Soothe in any form? It should say if I can. Okay, no, I can't. We'll put that as full then. Now we'll go on to cat form and quickly get this sorted. Cat form is there. That's F2. We've got dash. Oh, we've got a whole bunch of things here. Okay, so Berserk does also work for cat form. I have that as... That reduces the cost of all cat form abilities. Okay, okay. So... We've got Fairy Swarm, we can still use that. Ferocious Bite will be 3. We're kind of playing like a rogue. We've got to think like a rogue now, so... I'll have to worry about that. Maim will be our stun number 5. Mangle, of course, our number 1 ability. Can't use Maul. Can we use Lacerate? I don't think we can. No, we can't. Okay. Mighty Bash, that's still Shift T. Is that still... It is still Berry. So I'm a Berry Cat. Good. Nature's Grasp is... Where did I put Nature's Grasp? Yeah, Control G. There we go. Pounce. That's not something we have to not worry about for now. For now, we will put Prowl there. I've always used it using Prowl like that. So we'll put Prowl on the equals key. I know it's a little bit of an awkward key. I could put it on 6. I think I'll do that actually. Unless I run out of room. I can't imagine I will. So we've got Pounce. We've got Ravage. Actually, we'll have to put that on 6 instead. And we'll change those around. Put those two together. Boo, 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 boo. Rip will be our number 2 ability because that's a dot. Very important. Skull Bash is on E. Stampeding Roar is on Shift Q. And I can actually use that while stealth. That's very nice. Survival Instinct. Can actually use that in this form. That's nice. So flight form, Swipe. What did I bind Swipe to here? I bound it to 6. Okay. So we'll put that as 6 as well. Since we'll probably use Ravage. Yeah, we'll put that as 7. A little bit awkward, but it'll go fine for now. Thrash. Thrash also exists. What did I put Thrash as? I put Thrash as 5. Oh, that would be the wrong form. There we go. Okay. So we'll move that there and there. A little bit awkward. I may have to make some macros to deal with that, but that's okay. And there we go. So our basic rotation is probably something along the lines of stealth. And then open up. We wouldn't open up with bloody Mangle, for sure. And then we just do that. I mean, it's a nice amount of damage. I probably won't be doing too much of it, though. We'll probably be focusing more on the Guardian. So we'll do a couple more things with the UI. We will start by... I believe you can move these. Yes, we can. Unlock. Whoops, that was me trying to target myself with F1. So we'll move these down here. I kind of like them to be in the middle of the screen. I've been playing too much Wild Start. This is going to drive people who have OCD completely insane. I'm trying to center it. I'm trying. That will do for now. Yes. We'll put that a little bit higher. That'll do. And then we will lock these. And also No, we can put the buffs on top. We don't want that, though. We'll put the cast bar underneath. Does that cancel out the cast bar for anything else? I need the castable bar. There we go. It does. Do I prefer that there or here? I prefer it here. Okay. So there we go. We have a set of gear. This looks pretty fine to me. It'll do. It's a bit rubbish, but it'll do. And here is our backpack. I'm sure we have a whole bunch of mail from before I got all started. So let's go have a look. Here is the character boost. Look at all this crap. Wonderful. Yeah, I have a dark whelp thing. Oh well, at least I have a whole bunch of ember silk bags. And then we will not show those. Alright, so here we are. So, we've gone through the spec, we've gone through the talents. Don't really need to worry about glyphs too much yet. Some of them are probably quite important, but not too much. We've set up the key binding, we've set up the UI. So next episode, I think we're going to go to the Timeless Isle and get started there. So thank you very much for watching. If you have any thoughts, comments, questions, especially if you want to know more about being a booster level 90, let me know in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Best of luck with your level 90 boost.